That's in the old one.
La yasha'ala.
La yasha'ala. Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah. Shamka.
Shemka.
Yahweh. Malak Wafka.
Wafka.
Saba'ah. Ratazaka.
Hayah.
I.S.U.P.K. Ba'aratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Ba Shemayim. Nafanlinawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaknawa.
Kabawafnawa.
Kasalaknawa. Kabawafyanawa. Wala'ah. Tabaya'aynawa. Banasayawan. Abal. Hawashainawa.
Mayan.
Right.
Kaya.
Laka. Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Wahafapara.
La'aywalamyam. Aman. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
And the prayer for the Hakah Yahweh. Bahashem
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kushah.
Nafanlanawa. Haka. Larapa'ah.
Kal Makala. Wakal Madawa. Haka. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Haka. Lahakwiyam. Hamathiyam. Haka. Al-Rakawaf. Fatama Allah. Nagarashan. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water
Aman. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please. Give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
And the blessings, Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa
Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Mata Zabiyah. Allah Wap Yahanna. Ha Alawapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kwatazayanyam. Ha Kayayalyam. Wa Akwafyam. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
And in the English, bless you Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is Psalms 121. Asha
Ash'ar Ayanya,
Al-Hahayim,
Al-Hahayim,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
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 Ma'ayim,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'aratazah,
Al-Yathan,
Al-Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamaka,
Shamaka,
Hanala'ah,
Hanala'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashun,
Yayashun,
Shawamah,
Shawamah,
Yasha'ala,
Yashra'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamaka,
Shamaka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazaka,
Tazalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamyanka,
Yamyamka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'ayakayaka,
Ayakayaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Belayala,
Belayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamaka,
Yashamaka,
Makaurai,
Makaurai,
Yashama,
Yashama,
Afna Pashka,
Afna Pashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashama,
Yashama,
Taza'afka,
Taza'afka,
Wabawa Ayaka,
Bawa Aika,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aitha,
Wa'aid Iwalam,
I will
Aman,
Aman. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
Unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is the shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. That's Psalm 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Al-Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Al-Wab-Yaka.
Al-Wab-Yaka.
Yahama-Yawan.
Yahama-Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya-Ayarumwa.
Ya-Ayarumwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wa-Yatha. Ya-Wa-Ay-Tazawa.
Ya-Atha. Ya-Wa-Ay-Tazawa.
Al-Tazar Pawanyaka.
Al-Tazar Pawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanyakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magaya.
Magaya.
Wala-Ayazaka.
Wala-Ayazaka.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa-Ay-Tazawa.
Nawa-Ay-Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Bayaf.
Bayaf.
Yakawafwa.
Yakarafwa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashama Alayam.
Wa Yashama Aliyam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagayam.
Wahagayam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Aimawan.
Wa Aimawan.
Wa Aimalak.
Wa Aimalak.
Palashak.
Palashak.
I'm Yashabya.
I'm Yashabya.
Tazawa.
Tazawa.
Gum Ashawa.
Gum Ashawa.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aiman.
Aiman.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadyan.
Kamadyan.
Kasaya Surah.
Kasaya Surah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandara'a.
Bayandara'a.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Lada Yabmawa.
Lada Yabmawa.
Ka'ira.
Ka'ira.
Wakazabak.
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 Wakatazal Manai.
Wakatazal Manai.
Kauna Sayakamwa.
Kauna Sayakamwa.
Asha.
Asha.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Af.
Ah.
Na'awaf.
Na'awaf.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanyaraka.
Lapanyaraka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Taba'ayara.
Taba'aya Ara.
Wakalabak.
Wakalaba.
Thalahat.
Thalahat,
Hayam,
Hayam,
Khan,
Kan,
Taradakma,
Taradakma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Babasaba Pafka,
Wabasal Wapafka,
Sabalaham,
Sabalaham,
Mala'a,
Wala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Bayaba Kwashwa,
Wayaba Kwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Bashwa,
Bayaba Alwa,
Wayaba Alwa,
Aida Aid,
Aida Ai,
Bayakapawa,
Wayakapawa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Kaya Ata,
Kaya Tha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Alkaha Aratiza,
Alkaha Aratiza,
Aman.
Aman. And in the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against.
And have consulted against.
Thy hidden ones.
Thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel.
May be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal and Ammon.
Gabal and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kisan.
At the brook of Kisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zayeb.
And like Zayeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All their princes as Zabah.
And as Zalmunah.
And as Zalmunah.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of the Most High in possession.
The houses of the Most High in possession.
O my power.
O my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth a wood.
As a fire burneth a wood.
And as the flame.
And as the flame.
Setteth the mountains on fire.
Setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
That they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled.
And
forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the Most High.
Art the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
Curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of YAHANNA.
In the name of YAHANNA.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishments and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
A treasure.
The treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refused to give to the school.
That refused to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishments and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitazi.
Posse Comitazi.
The gay movement.
The gay
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
The cable access channels.
The cable access channels.
And the radio channels.
And the radio channels.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit.
Of any of thy people.
Of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Or try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
From broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume them.
Through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake.
Let the plague shake.
The house of the thief.
The house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let YAHANNA.
Let YAHANNA.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathen.
And punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That it is the angels that have done it.
That it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake.
Cause them to shake.
At thy coming.
At thy coming.
In the name of YAHANNA.
In the name of YAHANNA.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. Alright, then have a look at
I'm looking like the unanimous man. How's that?
Sorry.
It's like we got into Abraham in, I believe, Genesis 13. Let me catch over. No, Genesis 12. About Terah. Genesis 12. Yeah, Genesis 12 and 1.
Genesis 12 and 1. Waya Amar Yahweh al Abram lad, Ma'aratazad, wa Mama Wala the third, wa Mabayaf, Abayad, Al Ha'aratazar, Ashar, Ara'ad, wa A'ai Shad, Lagawaya, Gadawa, wa Amma, so wa Abakad, wa Aga Dala, Lashak, wa Haya, Baraka, wa Baraka, Marabaka Yaka, Wama Kwalalaka, A'a, so A'a, Wabadarak Kawa, Baka Kal, Mashapaktha, Ha Dama, so Ha Adama, Wayalak, Abaram, Ka'ashar, Dabar, Alayawa, Yahweh, Wayalak, Athawa, Lawat, Lawat, Abaram, Ban, Kamash, Shanayam, Washabayam, Shana, Batazar, Athawa, Makawan, Wayakwak, Abaram, Athar, Sharaya, Ashathawa, Wa'af, Lawat, Ban, Akayawa, Wa'af, Kal, Rakawasham, Ashar, Rakashawa, Wa'athar, Hanapash, Ashar, Aishawa, Bakaran, Waya, Tazar, Awa, Lalakaf, Aratazar, Kana'ain, Waya Ba Awa, Aratazaha, Kana'ain, that Canaan.
That's right.
Waya Aiba, Abram, Ba'arataza, Aid, Makawam, Shakam, Aid, Alawan, Mawara, Wahaka Na, Ai Naya, Azar, Ba'arataza, Wayara'a, Yahweh, Al, Abaram, Waya Amar, Lazara Aika, Athan, Athar, Ha'arataza, Haza'af, Wayaban, Sham, Mazabak, La Yahweh, Hanara'ah, Alayawa. Some verses. Now the Lord said unto Abraham, get thee out of the country, from thy kindred, and from thy father's house.
All right, so if you read in Genesis 11, he was in of the Chaldees, which would be Iraq on a modern map, basically. And the Lord, he told him that, listen, you need to get up out of that land, man. I've got something greater than that land. So so he obeyed the voice of the Lord, and he got up out of that land. Reader.
Sorry, if I can answer a question real quick.
Yeah, go.
My brother said, Salam Adawan, I ate and gave my ribs some gravy last night and checked the label this morning to see it had flour in it. Also, early this week, I had a bean burger on flatbread. Again, its ingredients has flour in it. That's fine. Flour ain't yeast. You put the yeast in the flour to make bread. So flour ain't the problem. We have unleavened bread. To make bread, you need flour anyway. So if you had flour in it, that's fine. It's the yeast you want to watch out for. If you had flatbread, as long as the flatbread got no yeast in there, bicarbonate soda or powder or raising agents, that should be too wild. But flour ain't what's unlawful. It's the yeast that's in the flour that makes it unlawful.
Because also you can buy different types of flour as well. There's the plain flour, which that's good. Now the the self-raising flour, that's what you want to avoid. So if you ate that bean burger on flatbread, most likely that was plain flour, so there's no sin in that. And just because you read ingredients, flour is not a sin, man. You know what I mean? There's other things that go in the flour that then make it rise, man.
That's right.
So yeah.
Unto a land that I show thee, and I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless you, and curse him that curseth thee.
And imagine that. And imagine that. The Lord was with Abraham, man. He's saying, listen, I'm going to give you a great name, man. You're going to have a reputation on this earth. And look, wherever you go, people know about this man right here, man.
That's right.
Abraham. You know what I mean? Even in the Byzantine Empire, do you know what they did? They read the Bible, and everywhere where Abraham went, they went there. Just to, you know what I mean? Why? Because they respect this man, Abraham, so much, man. Even in the religion of Islam, why they reference this man? Why? Because the Lord said he would give him a great name. And you see today where people mark his journeys down on maps, man.
I believe so. For me,
yeah.
I think they got a term, Abrahamic religions, they call it.
Abrahamic faiths or religions, yeah.
Yeah, all them religions that got him in there, they call it Abrahamic faiths.
No, there you go, man. So, definitely the Lord didn't let Abraham down, man. He said that he would give him a great name. And in 2021, and before this year as well, Abraham does, man. Reader.
And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
So now this verse here, Christians love this. Like as if from the promise that this man received, it basically filters down to everyone. It doesn't mean that, man. It's like in England right now, the white man's blessed, and what does he do? He gives us job seekers allowance, man.
That's right.
It don't mean you're blessed like as if you're with him. We are a servant in England, but the crumbs just bless us, man, to get by. And likewise, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have it all, and they're going to be able to eat. They're going to have a roof over their head, but we are going to be the higher class of that kingdom, man.
That's right.
So yes, they're going to be blessed, but, it's not how religion believes it is, man. Reader.
Verse 4. So Abraham departed as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot with him. And Abraham was 70 and 5 years when he departed out of Haran.
There, and also too, that is faith. In the Bible, when you read Hebrews 11, where it says faith is the substance of things not seen, but it's hopeful. This is hopeful, meaning he's in one land. The Lord's telling him, go to another land and you will receive this. That is faith.
That's right.
He hasn't seen it. He died and did not see it, but he had the faith that the Lord will make it happen. And after his death, the Lord did make it happen, man. Abraham begot Isaac. Isaac begot Jacob. And then what? From there was the Israelites, man. So it did happen. And that is faith right there. Something that you don't see, but you do it believing, or it's going to happen, man. And that's an example of faith right there too. The reader.
And Abraham took his wife Sarai and Lot, his brother's son, and after their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran.
All right. So now, on this journey, Abraham didn't go alone. He took his wife and he took Lot, man. And that's the same Lot that you read about, whose wife turned into a pillar of salt, man. So that's that same Lot. So you know what I mean? It took him along with him as well. And then now they went on this journey to go and visit this promised land. We done. Was that it?
No, sucker, sir. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, and into the land of Canaan they came. And Abraham passed through the land unto the place Shechem, unto the plain of Moreh, and the Canaanites were then in the land.
So now, also keep this in mind. What you're reading right now, someone wrote it afterwards. That's what it's saying. And the Canaanites were still in the land. If Abraham wrote it himself, it wouldn't say that. But of course, it's written from someone who, you know what I mean, they are writing it after Abraham. Which, if you go to 2nd Ezra, it lets you know that the Lord made a Moses write it all down, man. He wrote down the beginning, the midst, and the end of times in the book of 2nd Ezra, man. So, of course, you know what I mean? It was written after Abraham's life, and the Lord broke it down what happened, man. And why is that heavy? Because if you don't write things down the line, what happens? Things get exaggerated, man.
That's right.
Things become word of mouth. Like, I don't want to divert. Like, anyone who's in a Muslim faith, you have the hadiths, and the hadiths, like what Muhammad said, is not in their religious book. And those stories, they're fanciful, man. Those stories, you know what I mean? Because it was word of mouth, people have added on, man. All of a sudden, Muhammad jumped like a kangaroo and did this and did that. And even the Muslims themselves, they don't believe it. You know what I mean? You reference something out of those hadiths, they look at you like, well, I don't really believe all of them. Or there's only certain ones they nitpick. Because even they know that, listen, this is some BS, man. And why does that happen? Because no one writ it down, man.
That's
Someone
right.
written down 200 years afterwards. And that's why they sound so fanciful. That's why they sound so weird, man. But guess what? With them, Moses, he got it from the Lord, man.
That's right.
Read on.
Slakia. And Abraham passed through the land of Shechem and Moreh, and the Canaanites was then in the land. And the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, unto thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto the Lord who appeared unto him.
All right. And in that land, he built an altar unto the Lord. And when it said the Lord appeared unto him, it wasn't the Lord, it was an angel. If you look up that word, it can mean it's a malak in it, a messenger, or someone who represents the Lord, man. So, and an angel in representation of the Lord. And when I mean represent, doesn't mean he looks like the Lord, meaning what the Lord would stand for, that angel will stand for it too, man.
That's right.
What the Lord wants, that angel knows what the Lord wants, and he will do it, man. You know what I mean? And that's what it means, man. So the Lord didn't come off the throne to see Abraham. He sent a messenger who represents the Lord, and that angel appeared unto Abraham. Any more?
That's it, sir.
All right, Genesis 11, 12? 12 and 8. Genesis 12 and 8. YAHANNA, Masham, Hahara, Makwadash, Labayaf al, Wayat, Ahala, Bayaf al, Mayam, Waya'aya, Makwadash, Waya Wayabak, Sham, Mazabak, Laya Hayawa, Waya Krawa, Basham, Ya Ha Waya. Verse 9. Waya Sa'ai, Abraham, Ha Lawak, Wana Sawai, Hanai Ba'a. Verse 10. Wayahaya Ra'ib Ba'arataza, Wayarad Abram, Matazar Raya, so Ratazar Mara Ma'a, Lagar Wara Sham Kaya Kabad, Hara'ib Ba'arataza, Waya Haya Ka'asha Thaqwa Rayab Laba Wa'a Matazar Rayama Waya Amar Al Sharaya Ashar Thawa Hana Na Yadai Thaya Kaya Ashar Yapath Mara Af. Verse 12. Waha Yaha Kaya Yara'awa Athak Hamatazarium Wa'a Mawa Ash Thawa Za'ath Waha Ragawa Afya Wa'athak Yamak Yana. 13. Amaya Na Ak Faya Af Lama Aiwa Yayatab Laya Ba'ai Bawa Barawak Waka Tha'a Napasha Bagal Lalak. 14. Wayahaya Kana Wa'a Abraham Matazar Rayam Wayara Awa Hamatazarium Af Ha'asha Kaya Yapa Awa Ma'adam. That's it. All right, Genesis 12 and 8. All right, Genesis 12 and 8. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel.
So Abraham made his altar. From there, he moved from there to another location in the land of Canaan. So black people talk, he removed, you know what I mean? I got up and moved. What I'll say? I departed, you know. Not me today. So I had to cut from them, I had to leave from there, I had to dip, you know what I mean? So he said he removed from there to another mountain. Keep reading.
And pitched his tents, having Bethel on the west.
And this is that same Bethel that you find in Jerusalem. At this time, it wasn't our land yet. It was the Canaanites dwelled there, man. But the same Bethel that Christ went to, man. Bethel means house of God.
Yeah.
Bayaf means house. And El or Allah means power. Keep it in.
And Hay on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord.
And they built another altar to the Most High, man. To show some respect, man. You know what I mean? You build an altar, you put one of your sheep on there, you give it to the Lord, man. Give it to one of the priests, man. That's what Abraham done back then. Keep it in.
And called upon the name of the Lord.
There you go, man. Prayed and called upon the Lord's name, man. Keep it in.
And Abram journeyed, going on still towards the south.
I like what the other one said. You know what I mean? Scientists and archaeologists and whatnot actually follow these journeys, man. They actually follow it. If they thought the Bible was fake, they wouldn't waste their time, man. They wouldn't waste their time. There ain't no one reading Harry Potter and trying to actually find Hogwarts, man. They know that school don't exist, man. Ain't no one trying to really find Bernard's watch and shit. Ain't no trying to dig up Bernard's watch now, man. But archaeologists actually go and try to find the place that Abraham went. Not even tried, they actually found it, man. They found it. It's like carry on.
And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt.
So Abraham had to move from there to go to Egypt because there's a famine in the land, man. A famine is like when it don't rain for a while, so nothing grows. Everything needs what? Sunshine and rain. Everything. Down to chocolate, man. Chocolate from the cocoa bean. Cocoa bean needs the sun, needs rain. Everything that you eat, man. Even if you eat meat, that meat you eat eats grass. And with no sunshine, no water, there'll be no cow because the cow got no grass to eat. Everything you need needs water and and sunshine. And if you don't get that, if you don't get no rain for a couple of months, it's a famine, man. That's a famine. And what do you gotta do? You gotta move. You gotta move, man. Like, has it ever been raining in Brum and you call your friend in London and go, it's raining? Oh, it's raining bad up here. Go, it ain't raining up here. So, like, if you're in Brum, it's not raining in Brum. What does that mean? You better get to London, man, where it's raining. It's like, yeah. And that's how it works.
That's true.
Some countries don't get rain for months. Other countries do. And if your country got no rain for months, then you better go to a country that got rain for months, man. Because when it rains down there, what are they getting? They're getting produce, man. They're getting corn and all the stuff that rain grows. They're getting it. So Abraham moved to Egypt. Why? Because Egypt wasn't going for a famine. Keep it in.
For the famine was to sojourn there. For the famine was grievous in the land. And
the famine was grievous, man. This wasn't no 1 month famine, 2 month famine. The floor was dry, man. Dry and parched and for months. Not even a stick of grain or not even one corn. It was grievous, man. Keep it in.
And it came to pass when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto his wife Sarai, his wife.
Him and his wife are sojourning to Egypt. They want to get this call. They don't want to die, man. So they're on the mega bus like that. So they're traveling, they're on their donkey, and as they're getting close, he's running some rules onto his wife, man. You know, when you go to a different city, you tell your wife, listen, just be quiet. I know you're a bit fiery, but when you come here, just be quiet. We don't know them, strangers. You're running some rules down, man. Keep it in.
Behold, now I know that thou art a woman to look upon.
Yes. So as you get into Egypt, remember Egypt ain't his country. He don't know how it works here. So he's on his way to Egypt. He's almost there, and he's running the rules onto his wife, man. Like what we all do, man. You know, when your wife meets your parents, when you answer the door, be quiet. My mom not really loud with me, you know, so you just be quiet. What I say to you, woman, you know, don't mention the fact that will piss her off, man. And Abraham doing just that. He said, right, we're going to Egypt. Now you're a pretty woman, you're beautiful. Fair means beautiful. Today, fair means light skin. When this Bible was written, it was written in Old English, and Old English means beautiful. Hence the London Bridge. What's that? The London Bridge nursery rhyme. Mm-hmm. It says, my fair lady means my beautiful lady. And Abraham's like, right, you're beautiful. We go into a land and we don't know these people. We don't know how to act. We don't know if the rapist in there. You're a beautiful woman. So this is what I want you to do. Keep it in.
Therefore, it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, this is his wife.
And when we go to this land, Egyptians are going to say, yo, this is his wife, man. She's nice looking, man. Let's kill this man and take his wife, man. Keep it in.
And they will kill me, but they will save thee alive.
There you go. And he knows that these are heathens, and heathens are lawless, man. So he's like, listen, when we go there, listen, let's get our story straight. Let's do this, let's do that. We don't become in peace. We come some grain. You know what I mean? Setting their story straight. Should skip through it. Pray out a bit, innit?
Yes.
Let it run. All right, also it.
Also, if any part. Say, I pray thee, that thou art my sister.
And they go say that you're my sister, man, because if you say that you're my wife, they will kill you. Say you're my sister, man, because they're gonna want you. If I'm your man, they're gonna kill me so they can have you. But if I'm your brother, then okay, let them go, let them pass through. They ain't harming nobody. Keep it in.
That it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And
Abraham said that because why he was weak, man. You know what I mean? We got fake Israelites saying, oh, Abraham, that was wise. That wasn't wise, man. You got to break down on that. You got Hebrew Israelites cutting their beard off saying, see, I'm being wise like Abraham. I cut this, and Abraham was being a coward, man. This wasn't put in the Bible for you to go and do it. It was put in the Bible so you will learn and go, yo, Abraham, don't be like that, man. Just like Solomon having sex with heathen women. It's not put in the Bible so you can do it, man. It's put in the Bible so you can learn from it, man. Keep it in.
And it came to pass that when Abraham was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman that she was very fair. And
it happened when he went into Egypt, the Egyptians like, bro, I had to turn like, who's that, man? Like, she's lame, man. You done with that?
Yes.
All right, we're going to pray out and be here again next week. But any questions on this chapter, bring it to my class on Monday and I'll break it down for you. Shalom.
Abanawa.
Shabbat
Shemayim.
Kodash. Haya. Shamka.
Yahweh.
Malach Pavka.
Taba'ah. Ratzaka. Haya. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawo. Haya. Bashamayim. Lafalanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawafnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawafinawa. Wala'a. Tabaya'ayanawa. Wanasayawan. Abod. Hawashainawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahafapara. La'aiwalamyam. Aman. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory forever. So be it.
And the prayer for the power of the Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Baba Kusha. Lafalanawa. Haka. Larapa'ah. Kalmakala.
Wakal
Madawa.
Haka.
Lataha. Hamatazarayim. Haka. Lahakuyam. Hamathiyam. Haka. Arakawa.
Hatama
Allah. Nagarishan. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Wada Aman. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please. Give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
And the blessings, Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa
Alahayim.
Mataz
Abiyah.
Allah Wapihana. Ha Alawapim. Ha
Serenium.
Ha
Kwatazayanyam.
Ha
Kalyayalyam.
Wa
Akwafim.
Yahweh.
Wa Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Wada Aman.
And in the English, Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121. Asher Ayanya.
Asher Ayanya.
Al-Hahayim.
Al-Hahayim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Rugalka.
Galka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamaka.
Shamaka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashun.
Yayashun.
Shawamah.
Shawamah.
Yasha'ala.
Yashra'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamaka.
Shamaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tzaka.
Tzalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyamka.
Yamyamka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ayakayaka.
La'ayakayaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarah.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamaka.
Yashamaka.
Makarai.
Makarai.
Yashama.
Yashama.
Afna Pashka.
Afna Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashama.
Yashama.
Taza Afka.
Taza Afka.
Wabawa Aka.
Wabawa Aika.
Ma'aifa.
Ma'aifa.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Mu'aid Iwalam.
Aman.
Aman. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer
He will not suffer
thy foot to be moved.
thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon the right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming
from
in
this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Zakarash.
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Fashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awab-Yaka.
Awab-Yaka.
Yahama-Yawan.
Yahama-Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amakar.
Al-Aimakar.
Ayarumwa.
Ya'iriyumwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha Yawa-Aitazawa.
Ya'atha Yawa'ai Tazawar.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazar Pawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanyakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magaya.
Magaya.
Wala-Ayazakar.
Wala'aya Zakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yashra'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa-Aitazawa.
Nawa'ai Tazawar.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Yakar.
Al-Yakar.
Vaya.
Vaya.
Yakawakwa.
Yakarathwa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashama Alayim.
Wa Yashama Aliyam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagayim.
Wahagayim.
Gabal.
Gabod.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Palishaf.
Palashab.
Aimishabya.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawa.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawa.
Gum Ashtawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aiman.
Ayman.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zawawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Bunyalawa.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya Sarah.
Hasaya Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Payashwan.
Payashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandara.
Bayandara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayathamba.
Nada Yabmawa.
Nada Yabmawa.
Ka'ira.
Ka'ira.
Because of Ba.
Because of Ba.
Because of Ba.
Because of Ba.
Wakatazal Manai.
Katazal Manai.
Kana Sayakamwa.
Kana Sayakamwa.
Asha.
Asha.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nairasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Af.
Af.
Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Alahaya.
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 Shayatamwa.
Shayathamba.
Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kwash.
Lapanya Raka.
Napanya Raka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Taba Ayara.
Saba'aya Ara.
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba.
Salahat.
Salahat.
Hayam.
Hayam.
Khan.
Khan.
Taradakma.
Paradatma.
Basa Iraka.
Basa Iraka.
Wabasawa Paska.
Wabasawa Pafka.
Tabalaham.
Sabalaham.
Mala'a.
Wala'a. Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Nabashwa,
Wayabaalwa,
Wayabaalwa,
Aida,
Aidi,
Wayakapawa,
Wayakapawa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Kayata,
Kayatha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Nabadka,
Nabadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Alkaha Arataza.
Alkaha Arataza,
Aman.
Aman. And in the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
Thine
enemies make tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against
And have consulted against
thy hidden one.
thy hidden one.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab, and the Hagarim,
and the Hagarim,
Gabor and Ammon,
Gabor and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in thee, a children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Salah,
Do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sarah,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Horeb,
Make their nobles like Oreb
and like Zayeb.
and like Zayeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabah,
all their princes as Zabah
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of the Most High in possession.
the houses of the Most High in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth for wood,
as a fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame
and as a flame
setteth the mountains on fire.
setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded
Let them be confounded
and troubled
and troubled
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
are the Most High
are the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
The curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses
and punishments and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against us,
that speak against us,
thy prophets,
thy prophets,
the teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and the school.
and the school.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses
and punishments and destruction
and punishment and
to
destruction
the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose
and shake loose
the treasure
the treasure
of the rich of Israel
of the rich of Israel
that refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches
Force their riches
to enter into thy sanctuary.
to enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses
Send evils and curses
and punishments and destruction
and punishment and
to
destruction
the Edomites
to the Edomites
and the nations
and the nations
and their drug dealers,
and their drug
the
dealers,
court system,
the court
the
system,
prison system,
the prison
Planned
system,
Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Islam,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology, militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet,
and
and the airwaves, the cable access channels,
and
the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahawashi, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahawashi. Thank you always. So be it.
We're going to bless Israel. Yahweh. Ba'ashem
Yahawashi.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayashra'ala.
Wahabayah.
Sapayim.
Barak Rapah.
Magun Hagun. The Gordon family. The Bennett family. The George family. The Zerma family. Rakal. Shay. Shekaiah. Atara. Carmel. Alishai. Zaira. Yashawan. Ayala. Akaya. That's it. Shemai. That's it for me.
And all Israel. Ba'ashem Yahawashi. The Wada Aman. And what we say was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahawashi, thank you. And so be it.
Man.